Fantom just dropped 15%, money going down the drain. I just lost like $50,000, getting absolutely ridiculous. It's actually kind of scary, to be honest with you. I woke up in a bad mood. I snapped on a couple of people out my business. Fantom's down. I lost like literally 20, 30, 40,000. I don't even want to look. Do you guys want to look at the price of your portfolio when you lose this much money? Probably not. So in this video, I have to ask the question, is Fantom expensive? Is it very expensive right now because it just triple topped, or is it undervalued? I'm gonna answer that question and more. Keep watching. All right, so I'm a little bit scared because although I've been making a lot of money off of FTM Fantom in the layer 1 ecosystem, it just dropped 12% and potentially triple topped, okay? It looks like it rejected off the all-time high. Bitcoin doesn't look too shabby. So I have to ask the question, is it undervalued or is it too expensive? Has Fantom just gone up too much and is it time to take some profits on FTM? I'm gonna answer that question and more. So do us both a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend. I talk about cryptocurrency, entrepreneurship. Subscribe to the channel now, do it now, or I'll leave this video and not make it. Or you cannot do it and miss out on the greatest alpha on the internet. That's what we do here. I try to keep things down to earth, back up everything I say with as much factual evidence as possible. And I don't accept sponsorships or hype anything up that doesn't need to be hyped up, I promise. In this video, it is a question we need to answer, right? It's gone up a lot. The ecosystem has grown by 530%, like I've highlighted in other videos. It just rejected off all-time high. So maybe if you're watching this video, you're in profit and you're asking the same question. So, this is just research that I'm regurgitating to you guys on the internet. And honestly, when I tell you guys about this, it kind of helps me learn a little bit more. So if we come over here, let's kind of just look at a comparison. And that's primarily what we're going to do today, is we're going to be comparing smart contract platforms or layer ones. I'm going to look into most of the details, not every detail. This video will be way too long. I do have a checklist though, by the way, if you guys wanted to get access to it, where it kind of breaks down the fundamental variables of each crypto. So literally you can close your eyes, go to CoinMarketCap, click any coin, and then literally rate by the variables we have on our cheat sheet of the coin and how it compares to others in the ecosystem, and see if it's undervalued. It's what I've used for the past 6 years and it's made me millions of dollars. All you have to do is go to fundamentalsecrets.com. The link will be in the pinned comment below. It's my coaching program. You got smart coaches community. You get the point. But after doing my research and diving in the fundamental variables of each smart contract platform, I've come to a conclusion. I come to an answer. I'm going to give you guys that answer in this video, I promise. Okay, so if we come over the price here, I do want to kind of just go over what Bitcoin's doing. I say this over and over again, but I did want to say something different from what I said in my last video. When I talked about this fractal here, so go watch the last video if you haven't. You have to watch that for this one. You should be watching all the videos, but whatever. If we come over to this fractal here, basically this can change, right? So I want to be clear. I did say about January 20th, January 22nd, but it just depends on how long this fractal plays out. So that's the annoying part about fractals, is you just don't know the time frame specifically. But as you can see from the fractal, it's pretty much following it to the T. So we could see, I've been saying specifically end of January for a reason. Just ignore the exact dates. Ignore the exact dates. I said January 20th, but if we drew the fractal out a little bit more, it could be like January 28th, January 30th. So I think, and just to give you the overall answer to this video, is I think that really it's up to Bitcoin at this point. It's not really a Fantom specific problem or something we should be analyzing specifically on Fantom. Because if we look at all other metrics, it looks extremely bullish, but Bitcoin's kind of pulling down the market in general. If we come over to the smart contract comparison, this is a little bit old. So just to be clear, things have changed slightly, but we can kind of see, and the ones I want to look at are Cardano, Fantom. I want to look at Solana. And I want to look at Avalanche because these are bigger market caps than Fantom, and they're very similar to Fantom. So again, we could break down every single little detail, but I found something even more important. Let's, number one, look at the TVL. So if we look at, Fantom's TVL, you see it's going parabolic. You can also see it in the ecosystem in general. It's grown by 530%, but we're looking at about 7.7 billion in total TVL. And if we look at the unique addresses, we see about 1.7 million unique addresses or new people. And also notice something, this chart is going on a parabolic upswing. So the chart that we're looking at here, it's kind of giving you this curve. And that's important because, there's a difference between linear growth and there's a difference between this curved parabolic growth. And every big company on planet Earth, Tesla, Apple, all the ones that have achieved parabolic growth in their stock price or in, whatever situation or in their growth of their company in general. So as you can see, this is the only one out of the ones I'm showing you that has this parabolic up growth. Okay, pay attention to that. I know it seems very simple, but it's very important. If we go to Fantom versus Avalanche, okay, so this chart is basically showing Fantom's price versus AVAX. Okay, so meaning if this goes up, Fantom is doing better than Avalanche, and if this chart goes down, Avalanche is doing better than Fantom. I say this every time. You guys should know what I'm talking about by now. But basically, you could see that Fantom has been outcompeting Avalanche, and there could be a turnaround. So this is not all rainbows and butterflies. I'm not trying to give you guys just pure hype speculation. Truth be told, Fantom's already been destroying Avalanche for a long period of time. So there could be a cycle of money back into Avalanche, and this might be a better investment. We could top out here. But there's one thing I do want to show you is that in general, over the history of since October 2020, Fantom has consistently outcompeted Avalanche. So in general, Fantom's doing better and will probably likely continue to do better, but we have this potential, I guess you could say, resistance right here. So pay attention to that. I would say it's a neutral type of thing. And I'll also say that we do have still a little bit of growth left in Fantom, about a 50% growth in comparison to Avalanche. Now, if we look at Avalanche's TVL, well, it doesn't really excite me too much. They're about 10.79 billion, and that's pretty much it. And it's been dying since then. There's no up growth at all. If anything, it's a down. It's going down. And I don't really see anything changing with Avalanche. So if we see something positive, maybe they can come out with some metaverse thing, or maybe they have a new incentive program. Hopefully they get some more leadership. From my coaches, they want more marketing from the Harmony one. I could say the same thing about Avalanche. So in general, the TVL, it looks like the liquidity providers are definitely going to Fantom. Let me show you again. Liquidity providers are going to Fantom. TVL is increasing. Not only that, but it's at 7.7 billion. Avalanche is at 10.79 billion, and the market cap difference is significant. Look, Avalanche is literally at $21 billion market cap. And then if we look at Fantom, we're sitting at 7.5 billion. So although their TVLs are similar, literally Fantom is like almost 3 times undervalued in comparison to Avalanche when it comes to DeFi, when it comes to the liquidity provided on the platform itself. So there you go. You have one answer. It's undervalued. Okay. It looks like by TVL, definitely Fantom's undervalued in comparison to Avalanche. Now let's dive a little bit deeper. If we go to Matic, Polygon, we know what's happening. We have EIP 1559. Armando showed me this article where they integrated the same burning mechanism that they did in Ethereum, which obviously a positive benefit for Ethereum with the decrease of issuance or taking, ETH off the market is a positive benefit both from speculation and an obvious scarcity, right? Taking it off the market, builds this scarcity element. So we could see Matic do well, and we're in the same boat. From the price, looking at Fantom, this chart has already gone up a lot in comparison to Matic. It's gone up a lot, okay? And it's not a general uptrend. So if you look at the percentage increase of Fantom versus Matic, it's not a general uptrend. If anything, we made a lower low right here. So just adding to it, this I would say is slightly negative for Fantom, is the fact that, we've already increased a lot. We've increased right here, from right here to here. We have about 681% increase in comparison to Matic, right? And it's coming up to this big resistance right here. So can we see Matic do well in the short term in comparison to Fantom? From price, it looks so. It looks like it is. And again, I want to be clear. It is not a general uptrend. Look at the difference. If we come over here to Avalanche, okay? This is a general uptrend. I can just grab the line. Look, generally going up. There's higher lows. But in the case of Matic, right? If we come over to Matic, it is not. It's just going sideways, okay? And I would even say it's probably a downtrend. So Matic has been getting more percentages than Fantom itself. We have a lower low, pay attention. But if we look at Polygon's TVL, you can see they're getting destroyed. So by TVL, Fantom is just winning. For some reason, Fantom and DeFi just definitely go together. Everybody wants to DeFi and Fantom right now. All the people want to create projects on Fantom. All the liquidity providers want to come to Fantom. But look at the TVL of Matic. It's only at 5.45 billion. In comparison to the market cap is a joke. It's literally a joke compared to Fantom. The market cap size is similar to Avalanche, $15 billion. Okay. And we already talked about, Fantom being about 7.5 billion. So it's literally double the size market cap. And Fantom has almost double the size TVL. So again, another undervalued metric is the fact that the TVL is just destroying all of them with Fantom. Now, if we look at the actual unique addresses, now we can see the opposite effect. We see this upward U for Fantom, more people are joining parabolic upgrowth. Now we see the opposite of, it kind of coming down, right? And it looks like it's curving out. Okay, so from a unique addresses, it's bearish. From TVL, it's bearish. From price, it looks kind of bullish. Okay, so these are kind of the pros and cons you can include in your research. And then if we look at the avalanche, it's kind of the same thing. We have the curving down effect. We're literally seeing the same thing again, okay? Curving down effect for unique addresses. So I would say from price, you know, Fantom, it's pretty gassed out. It's been doing very well, right, in general. So the ecosystem is about 530%. But from every other metric, long-term metrics, Fantom is extremely undervalued. And that's just the truth, okay? So personally, I'm not selling any Fantom. I'm waiting it out. And if anything, I'll dollar cost average for the future. So although again, it rejected off all-time high, there's no reason why Bitcoin can't turn around and pull it past that all-time high. Also, Fantom is making a step towards NFT adoption. Okay, obviously every layer one's trying to do NFT adoption, but they clearly have focused on it. If we look at the actual 2021 recap, they specifically partnered with this guy, Pierre Gasly, which is a F1 driver and very popular. And this guy basically, you know, is trying to mint NFTs. Also, if you look at Andre Cronje, which is the godfather of DeFi, he created an NFT platform, and he focused on an NFT platform for a reason, because they're trying to capture NFT adoption. So in general, they've made a stronger push, and I think that's very smart, because if you guys looked at my analysis in previous history, I need the metaverse, right? We need a layer one to get the metaverse trend going, and we need, you know, the NFTs, which will be on the metaverse itself. All right, let's finish up the video and look at the price of Fantom, and we can kind of come to our answer, even though I kind of gave you the answer. Fantom rejected off all-time high, and although it's scary, we are still on this uptrend here. So until it gets below about $2.60, I'll reevaluate the situation. Also, I think it might bounce off about $2.60 because of this support that we're gonna make right here. Now, if we look at Fantom compared to BTC, you can see that if you hold BTC, you're an idiot. And I think that's going to continue. BTC will now outcompete Fantom, and that's just the truth. If we look at it versus Ethereum, again, same story. If you held Fantom versus Ethereum, you did better, like throughout all of time. And this is where we called it right here. So if you did it when we called it, and by the way, I called it in fundamentalsecrets.com. It's in the pinned comment below. But if you did it when we called it, that's 766% return versus Ethereum. I made out with that. And if we look at it versus ADA, which is obviously the topic of discussion right now, we've been talking about ADA, you still did better with Fantom. Still. And this is not a sideways pattern. This is an upward trajectory pattern. So in general, the way I look at it is that Fantom right now might be a little bit overpriced right now, but all of the other metrics are saying that it's undervalued, and it will be a top 10 cryptocurrency. Like I talked about it months ago, when it was at 90 cents, I said it was gonna be a top 10 cryptocurrency, and I still believe this is going to happen. That's it for this video. If you like the quality of this content, hit like. If you don't, leave some constructive criticism, subscribe for more video updates, and like I always say, if you don't get with it, you will get left behind. Thanks for watching this, guys. Catch you in the next one.